Ladies and gents, what's happening? For those who are just now tuning in on me, my name is Kevin Upkins. That's Upkins. And my Georgia Department Correction number is 966-817. I'm from the west side of Atlanta, Georgia, off of Bankhead, and I was wrongfully convicted of an armed robbery that allegedly occurred on the security finance loan business on May 2nd, 2008 in Douglasville, Georgia, a town I've never ever set foot in. And I was sentenced to life without parole. My case number is 09CR00225. I'm going to speak on the evidence used against me at trial and the issues with that evidence. Sheriffs from Douglas County came to Atlanta, Georgia to execute an arrest warrant. The detective testified at trial and stated in his report that nothing ties me to the case other than lane prints found on the personal check, handled and dropped by the perpetrator during the robbery. The victim pointed me out at trial as one of the individuals who robbed him, and I'm the only person arrested in the incident. As for the fingerprint evidence, the detective stated that he received 3 personal checks and a money order from the scene along with other items examined for fingerprints. The detective provided no proof of how he packaged the items, no temperature control, no proof of location, nor any other proof of whether they were stored for 14 days before turning the evidence over to the evidence tech on May 16, 2008. The envelope provided by the evidence tech held the checks and the money order throughout its procedures. 3 dates are located on the envelope to display the times the seal was broken for the handling of the evidence. On the date September 9, 2008, whoever dealt with the evidence failed to sign their name. So I couldn't call them at trial and cross-examine them in reference to what it was they did with the evidence. This occurred before the identification was ever made, because the GBI crime lab didn't receive the items until October 21st, 2008. Who handled the evidence? What did they do? As for probable cause, the detective told the magistrate judge that he pushed for an arrest warrant when the GBI expert told him via phone that the print was identified as belonging to me on November 7, 2008. But when you review the expert's report, he wasn't assigned to my case until November 12, 2008. Then concluded his report on November 14, 2008. Yeah, I know. How could he have told him that when he wasn't even assigned to the case at the time? I paid an expert to examine the evidence for me, and my attorney waited the eve before trial to have my expert to inquire the prints, taking him to the state's office where he was subpoenaed and taken from me. So at trial, I had no expert. Forensic evidence was used to prosecute me, but I was denied a forensic defense. I gave my appellate attorney extra money to hire an expert. He cuffed the money and then filed ineffective assistance of counsel against my trial attorney. So till this day, I haven't had a proper examination of these items. And the 911 call the victim described 2 black males, one wearing a white t-shirt, robbed her, and when questioned for more description, she stated that she didn't know. Her initial statement stated the same, and she also clarified that she wouldn't be able to ID the perps if she saw them in the future. 2 other witnesses issued statements giving descriptions on height, weight, hair, and clothing, but they never testified. 2 years later, on the day of trial, the only black male in the court sitting at the defense table, the victim said that she was positive that it was me who robbed her. Then incorporated the descriptions of the 2 witnesses who didn't testify in her own statement. There is no video, no weapon, nor any ties linking me to this town is evidence. How can I be charged with armed robbery and there ain't no weapon is evidence? The only reason I'm in prison is because I had no idea of what my constitutional rights consisted of, how to identify issues, nor how to present a defense. So I had to rely on attorneys I paid who ignored defenses that would have exonerated me. 10 years later, here we are now. I'm no longer ignorant of my rights. I'm just having a little issues with the procedures of court, addressing the issues you just heard. Shout out to Van Jones and Hakeem Jeffries and the drafting of the new prison reform bill. And shout out to Donald Trump for signing it into law. Also, I just, caught a report on CNN not long ago where Jay-Z and Meek Mills, they collaborate, forming an organization to attack, the same issues. Now, to the King T.I., my childhood friend Young Jock, my player partner Lil Baby, and Shot Boy Meanie. Shout out, I need some help, him. Check my son's Facebook page out under Kevin Upkins. He's a junior, so it's the same name as mine. To view some of our efforts over the years, check the page out. Cause I done did a lot. From rallying, marching, talk shows, radio interviews, but it all been on a low scale. Now I'm trying to get, I'm trying to get my story out there, and I need y'all help. Cause I'm tired of playing with these folks. For the past 5 years, I've been studying law, so that's how I know what my issues are. But it's the procedures getting back in the court to hear these, to get these issues heard is where it's complicated at. And for what it's worth, my idea starting this movement came from one of Tyler Perry's movies, Daddy's Little Girl. The scene where the two city reps sat in front of the community and addressed, some of the questions that the community had. And I asked myself, how could I get somebody in position to hear my issue? And I also want to thank Senator Donzella James because she was the first to give me a shot at hearing what I had going on. But, not knowing what my issues consisted of and relying on these attorneys, we kept being denied. Also, thanks to NAACP, Al Sharpton, Silver Action Network, New Order, just the Muslim community as well, because they also, tagged along. But, I just want to thank you all for y'all attention. And, I'm at the stage where I'm trying to get an attorney right now. I just got a motion in court, a de novo, where I'm challenging my indictment because I can prove where a grand jury did not return a true bill in open court for the indictment. It's just like I say, getting in court and then the judge playing hardball. But I just want to thank you all, and y'all check the story out. Your neighborhood player partner KK, well, Kevin Upkins.